So, what were conditions like in the barracks?
Oh, it was very, very unpleasant. You're sort of far away from home, often gets very lonely, very wet, just really uncomfortable. You had a teeny tiny little bed that could, hardly be called a bed at all, with a thin little mattress and maybe a tiny little pillow, and it was really not very pleasant living conditions.
Would they have missed home?
Oh, absolutely. You have to think that these are very, very young men, and lots of times people, young kids basically in Canada would have very often lied about their age, actually, to get into the forces, because they wanted to help and wanted to support the war effort in any way they could. So sometimes you would have young men, 14, 15, who had lied about their age and were overseas, away from their families, away from everything that they had known. And could you imagine, how old are you?
I'm 11.
You're 11. So if you could imagine, in a couple years, if you were to leave everything you knew, and you didn't have a cell phone, so it wasn't really easy to contact anybody, and sometimes you actually couldn't, because, if you wanted to send a message to mom or dad at home and tell them what you had been doing, there was always the risk that somebody else could intercept your letter, and then they would know, even through those letters, about what you were doing. And so there's often times where you couldn't even send a letter home. But, if you can imagine, it would be very, very lonely, missing friends and family and your parents and everything that you had known, and not being able to contact your family whenever you wanted. It would have been really difficult.